Hey everyone, I'm Lathaz, and welcome back to some new games on Telegram that I've started farming. Let's get straight into them. The first one for today is Collection Hunt. Live Art is trying to be the world's #1 art fi ecosystem, and they've got RWA of art assets, a whole bunch of other different things in here. They're backed by a lot of big players. In their art points universe, this is where you can get your hands on the art token. You can see the Collection Hunt Telegram game is right there. And we've got a guess the creator of the artwork as well, and a few other things that you can do to get some points. Now, Live Art also have this Art Shards launch at the moment, a commemorative NFT. So if you're wanting to airdrop farm this, it makes sense to go and do this as well. Free mint, get on that. So let's go in and check out the game itself. This is Collection Hunt. As you're tapping on the artwork, you can see that this is upping my current artwork progress there. Once I get up to that 2,500 there, I get to guess what the price of this piece of art is. It then comes into my collection here. One thing you can do is go on to the Live Art website and you can then put in the name of the artist, and then usually you can find how much the art is worth. You can see I've got 8 out of 12 of my artwork price predictions correct, which just gives me more points to go towards the next piece of art as well and to upgrade. You can boost these levels to go up your auto tap. I do need 15,000 of those points there. At the moment, I'm at 10,000. So to get those points, you do have to tap. I don't love doing a lot of these tapping games. If you would like to, you could use an auto clicker. I think that's fine. It is a bit risky though, because there's a chance that you get banned. So is it worth the trade-off of all the time of tapping versus trying to use an auto clicker and then getting banned and not getting anything at all? I think that's something you need to weigh up yourself. Personally, I'm going to wait for that auto tapping vault to be full and use that every single time. And then I just make sure I get on and do some taps when I can. The more gems you earn, the more art tokens you should be receiving. There is a daily check-in. Make sure you get on and do that. And then there's these other tasks that you can complete too. The next one is Lumina Hunt. This one's on the Ronin chain. Apparently it's pretty big in non-Telegram circles as well in the GameFi world itself. So shout out to Taboo for finding this one. But this is very early. You can see there's only 13,000 subscribers on the official channel. The game itself does have 131,000 monthly players at the moment, according to the bot there. This game is similar to a Pokemon style thing. You're catching these different animals, these different beasts. Sometimes they run away. No need to get discouraged. You go then try and do the next one, and you keep trying to catch these little beasts. There is a whole tutorial you can go through when you get on this game, so I do recommend you go and do that. Any of these games that have a world that's big outside of the Telegram game itself makes sense to me. That's why I'm interested in Collection Hunt. That's also why I'm interested in Lumina Hunters. I haven't played much of this one yet, but I'm planning on getting into this a lot from today onwards. This is Whack-'em or Whack-a-Mole. Here you are choosing whether you think Kamala Harris or Donald Trump are going to win the election. Based on which one you choose, you then have to try and whack-a-mole the other people in the other side. Now, I'm not here to get political. I'm from Australia. It doesn't really matter to me too much. I chose Donald Trump just because I think it sounds better for crypto. Once I play this game, now I need to try and knock off Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, and whoever that other woman is. I'm going to try and tap all the ones and make sure that I get the 1,000 points. If I get it incorrect, I'd lose 500, like there. It seems like you can play this game endlessly if you like. This is a speculative one. It purely is going to be a meme coin, and just the fact that the meme coins to do with the presidential race seem to be pretty big at the moment, it makes sense to try and get on one that's on the Ton ecosystem. Looks like there's also going to be a pre-sale that you can get on and buy some of this as well, if that's something you're interested in. The more people that join this game, the higher the grand prize is going to be. With the election only 2 weeks from now, makes sense to try and get on this as quick as possible. This one is Durov Run. This is Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram. If you're familiar with Subway Surfers, this is a game that is very similar to that. I don't know how big this is going to be. I saw another influencer spoke about this, and so for me, I just thought like it was something worth checking out. It's probably the most Web 2 looking game that there is on Telegram at the moment from what I've seen. So it's a bit ahead of the curve potentially on what other games are to come. Until I do a bit more research into this, I'm not going all in on it, but it is a bit of fun. Something different in the Telegram space. Now we know that OKX has OKX Racer. We know there's some other sexes that have also done games. Well, this is another one I found is called Bybit Coinsweeper. It is pretty much the Minesweeper game, just made by Bybit. Once you start, you have a timer that you have to try and complete that game in that amount of time. You can see there's 9 bombs on this game, and I can switch between if I'm looking for the bombs or I'm putting down a flag. If you aren't familiar with how Minesweeper works, it's pretty simple. If you see a number 1, that means that one of the squares around it in an even diagonal has to be a bomb. If it's 2, it means that 2 of them around it has to have a bomb. and no more. Once you win, you then get an allocation of coins. I think it might be to do with how quickly you did that puzzle. I've yet to see how any of these sex games really do too much in terms of airdrops, because they're not going to airdrop you a token probably, but usually they have some sort of deal with some other airdrops and things like that. So I'm just keeping my finger on the pulse on these ones. The next one is from the staff only team. They had an NFT mint at some point in the past, and they sold out for 0.99 BNB, which is very pricey. 888 of them. They've sold 91 of their third mint now at 1.2 BNB. I haven't bought one myself. It's very pricey. I don't really know much about this game. Basically, the storyline is about somebody who was really big into NFTs and crypto in the last bull run, and then because of how far the bear market has gone, they now ended up working in a burger shop. I think we can all relate to this one a little bit. Their website is super clean, as you can see here, with different tiers of their NFTs, and also some stuff to do with their utility as well. Apparently they're planning on making actual fast food chains. Feels like a massive pipe dream. I don't think this is going to happen, but if it does, that is crazy. And so let's check out the game here. The game is similar to Flappy Bird, except you're trying to land inside of these different items, whether it be a wok, box, or whatever it is, into the mug here. It does start to get a little bit harder where these things start to move around too. You can only play this game once every 12 hours. I've only just started playing this game. There are already 2 million users on it, so it isn't completely new, but it's new to me, so I thought I'd share it. Just like a lot of these other games, you can upgrade certain stats based on the points that you've earned and have different skins and all the rest of it as well. And then that's all going to feed into the airdrop. The next game is Nordom Gates. This is about 2 weeks old, I think, at this point. You get these keys and then you open up these doors. I think that 2 of the doors has something good and 1 door has nothing behind it. You can see I just got better luck next time, so I don't get anything for that door. I'll go back and open up another door. Once you've found the right thing, you then can choose to risk to multiply, which means that if you get a second door in a row, then you'll get more than just 270, or you can claim the prize and be safe. So basically you're trying to go on a bit of a roll and opening doors over and over again and getting the right ones over and over again, the more points you would earn. So instead of getting 270 for the second one in a row, I now got 390 instead. I broke my streak and I was trying to risk to multiply, so I ended up getting nothing. There are some tasks you can do to get a whole bunch of keys. You only need 1 key to open the first door. Once you open that first door, if you risk to multiply, you then basically just are using the same key for all of those future stages, and you try and get to the 10 out of 10 stage if you can. I love the animations of this game, super clean. It's a nice looking game, and I believe this is going to be a Dex as well, so one to look out for. I think any Dex is a really good opportunity. Here you can see what that future Dex looks like. The next one is rating. I found this one through Time Farm. It was one of the quests. You can see they've just got 1 million subscribers in 1 day, which is crazy. This just goes to show how many people are playing these games at the moment. Visually, it looks similar to Major if you've been playing that one. They've got these little mini games you can also earn in these daily and main tasks as well, and the different partners. Just like in Major, you can boost your rating and pay with some Telegram stars too. I've only just got onto this, but just wanted to let you guys know as quick as I could, because as I said, 1 million players in 1 day is very fast. So this is a game you get in at the ground floor. This is Hamster Cash. I'm a bit reluctant to put this one in the video, but if it works out, I want to be able to say that I told you guys early. So keep your eyes on this one, but I wouldn't dive headfirst into it yet. Basically, this is the Hamster Combat co-founder who left the Hamster Combat project and built their own one called Hamster Cash. Apparently, all of the achievements that you earned in Hamster Combat will be able to transfer over to Hamster Cash. As a lot of people were really upset with the Hamster Combat rewards and the airdrop that people got from that, this co-founder is trying to maximize on that and try to get more people into this new project. And then I guess they want to build out an airdrop from this as well. Only 121,000 people have come across from the 101 million people that were playing Hamster Combat. There's not much to the game at the moment. There's literally just the task list. Go through and try and complete those things, and apparently in 16 days, that's when the airdrop will be happening. The next one is Friends Factory. This game isn't exactly new. I think it's been out for maybe 1 to 2 weeks now. But in a roundabout way, apparently Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram, backed this project in some way. I also think that it's the founder of Major has also made this game. Basically, you have your own factory and these different workers that work for you. You then have them go out and do different tasks. You then collect the rewards and then you send them back to work again to earn you more of these diamonds. You can buy these workers on the marketplace. Any that have that little shield means that they're protected. You can still get them, but you need to use the break shield option. I think you only get 3 of these, and I don't know how you get any more of them. If you keep reloading the market, you can often find somebody that doesn't have a shield, and you can buy them for 1,000 diamonds. The next one is Yum Party. This one only has 3 days left of Season 1, apparently. By the time this video comes out, you might not have much time left at all, so try and jump on it just before Season 1 finishes. There was a community sale. I did get in and buy a little bit of it. I think I only put in $100, something like that. You were able to get in early with an early FDV of only $400,000. There seems to be a lot of hype around this game. They did manage to sell that out, which is pretty crazy. Yum Party also has the former GM of Candy Crush as a backer, and a former UI UX designer from Fortnite is also on the team. I think you can get on this every 2.5 hours. I think you can upgrade that even further. You're earning these lollies, or candies as you might say, depending on where you are in the world. When you tap, that's when you get these lollies that come out of it. You can also see down the bottom it says Sugar Rush in 540 taps. Once I get to that, there's just basically an extra bonus stage where you get even more lollies at that time. The key thing is going into your upgrades here and buying the upgrades as you need. There are these ones that are upgrades that go across all of the candy that you earn, but there's also upgrading the different candies themselves so that when those ones come up, you get that extra bonus. When you are looking to upgrade, you can see how many coins you're getting for each one when you see it. So that Chuku one, for example, you get 722, but if you upgrade it, you would get 1083. The chance of finding that Chuku one is only 1.85%, whereas something else like Spyro is 10.25%. So you're going to see that more often. So is it worth upgrading that one instead? That's something you have to weigh up. If you're on my Notion template and you're using that for your airdrop farming, you can go into the Yum Party one, and I do have an upgrade tracker there that you can basically just put in what level it's at, and it will be able to tell you which one you should prioritize. I've got a bit of an algorithm where, based on the percentage of how often you'll find that one, which one makes most sense to do and to be most efficient. If you want to check that out, you can do that as well. The link's in the description for that. The next one is Wonton. Wonton, you get on and do some farming every 3 hours. And then you can then play the little game similar to Market or Bloom. You're just catching all the wontons, trying to avoid the chilies. For me, it makes most sense for me to just go and get all of the chilies anyway, because missing those actually loses me more than just missing out on the chili. Hitting a chili only loses you 50 points, which at the beginning means a lot, but when you upgrade your wontons, it actually doesn't mean that much, so it just makes sense to hit everything. The cool thing about this game is it's kind of like Banana, if you've played that one, where you get these wontons, and then once you have all these different wontons, you can use those in these like bundles up the top, and you can fuse them together and make an even better wonton. So you can see I've got this Fufu one there, which says when you're using it, you get between 15 and 18 coins. Basically, that means that every time you tap it on the minigame, you get between 15 and 18. I believe you start with the traditional one, and that only gets you 1 to 3. So you can see how hitting those chilies when you've got the traditional one is actually a massive detriment. Whereas once you get up to my stage, missing 3 of these different wontons because you're trying to dodge a chili actually means it would have just been better to hit the chili and the wontons in the process. You can sell these for a very small amount of ton as well. You can buy extra packs, and when you buy these packs, you then get those wontons, and then that might help with your fusions. It's starting to look like with a lot of these airdrops that if you don't spend any money in the game, you won't get much of an airdrop back. So I like to try and just spend a little bit of money in each of these games. Some of them, the more that you spend, the bigger the reward you can get in the airdrop as well. So it really is up to you if you want to go all in on this, or if you just want to put in a few dollars here and there and hope that gets you a big airdrop. Now, this airdrop you've unfortunately missed out on if you're just watching this video, but if you join my Telegram channel, you would have got access to this. This was on October 6th I posted this. All you had to do for this game was just be within the first 1,000,000 users, and then you were going to get an airdrop. I got in at about 300,000, and I posted this straight after it in this channel as well. This is purely a meme coin. It could be worth dust, but again, if you want to get access to these things, jump in that Telegram channel. It is free, and you can get all of this information that I share with you today. Most of them, I post straight into that channel as soon as I learn about them. And that's it for today's video. These are a whole bunch of new games that I'm playing, some of them more than others. The games I'm playing the most out of these are Collection Hunt, Whack'em, Nordom Gates, Rating, Friends Factory, Yum Party, and Wonton. The rest of those other games, I'm just giving you that information in case you want to play them as well. I might jump on and do them a little bit, but they're not going to be top of my priority list at the moment. In the next day or two, I'll also be posting a tutorial video on how to use my airdrop tracker to its full potential. So make sure that you're following me for that. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks for checking out this video. We will be finding out about the X Empire airdrop in the next 2 or 3 days, and that is going to decide how big I think that this Telegram space is going to hit. Because if that game goes off, I can see all of these games starting to pop off as well. If it doesn't, fingers crossed for the rest of them. The great thing about all these games is they are free to play, so it's a free hit. Might as well give it a crack. All right, happy tapping.